Ghana Revenue Authority has in recent years set aside the month of April as its tax and good governance month. During this month, awareness is created on the need for individuals and organizations to file their annual returns.
Right.
We also, during this month, create awareness generally on the need for taxpayers to be compliant with their tax obligations. So one will ask why the selection of the month of April. Per law, all individuals and corporate entities are expected to file their personal income tax, as for the individuals, and corporate income tax for corporate bodies by the last day of the fourth month following the previous year. So for 2022, we have up to the last day of April to file.
That's 30th of April.
Yes, the
Right.
30th of April, on or before. So it could be earlier than that.
Okay.
But the last day, that's the deadline, is on the 30th of April.
Okay, that's good. So aside the filing of returns by taxpayers, are there other activities lined up for the month?
Yes, so we've lined up a number of activities. We are holding a number of webinar sessions for identifiable groups. So, for example, we've already had webinar sessions with members of the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana. We've also had one for HR professionals. In addition to that, we are also holding this media discussion programs. And then also we've set up tax clinics at advantage areas within the various towns and cities where people can walk in there and have all their questions answered, and also assisted to file their returns.
Okay, let's talk about the electronic filing, which you are really focusing on this time. For the uninitiated, maybe you might want to expand the concept of the tax return. What's a tax return, and who's required to file a return?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. A tax return is basically a disclosure of information to the Commissioner General, be it business information, employment information, and investment information, to the Commissioner General for a fair tax assessment to be made on such a person.
Okay.
So it's basically the individual who has earned income from either the three main sources, be it employment, business, and investment, disclosing information to the Commissioner General on a prescribed return form for the Commissioner General to look upon it and assess the person to tax. It is this month that we have scheduled that we create the awareness for the taxpayers, be it individuals, be it corporate bodies, and also, public institutions, to file such a return to the Commissioner General.
Okay, good. Now, how do we file the returns?
Okay, so now the tax return is now filed online. And we file online using the online self-service portal, the www.taxpayersportal. You select a browser, preferably a Google browser, then you type within the URL www.taxpayersportal.com. Then you sign up as a first timer and also provide your Ghana card and your preferred contact number for you to be signed up onto the portal. Then when you sign up onto the portal, you use the same details to log in onto the taxpayers portal. And on the dashboard, you are given the opportunity to file your tax return.
Ah, I see. So all persons can file their personal income tax returns using this system.
Yes.
Oh, right.
And we encourage all to file, as indicated earlier by Victor. We have now gone electronic, so all our filing system can be done through the portal.
No manual filing now?
We encourage all to file using the portal, but then in instances where you have a challenge, a peculiar challenge, you can come to any of our offices and you'll be assisted to file electronically.
Okay. All right. Now, what will happen if I fail to file my returns on the due dates?
Okay, so if you fail to file your return on due date, penalties are going to be imposed on you.
Hey.
For failing to file a return on due date, a penalty of 500 Ghana cedis is paid plus 10 Ghana cedis anytime the return is in default.
Wow.
You give the Commissioner General the discretion to estimate a tax for you to pay. And also, the Commissioner General has the power to appoint someone to file a return on your behalf for him to stand on and assess you to pay the tax. So we don't want you to go through that stressful situation, and therefore we are asking that you file your return by disclosing your business information to the Commissioner General for a fair tax assessment.
Okay.
And we are using the online portal, bringing the tax office closer to your doorstep or to your home, so that you don't go through any stress in filing your tax return.
But can I apply for an extension of time to file my return?
Yes.
You can apply for an extension, but you need to write to the Commissioner General stating the reason why you want such an extension. And
Okay.
if Commissioner General deems it fit, he grants that extension. But that extension will not go more than 2 months.
Okay. All right, that's good. Now let's talk about the property rate now. How far is the collaboration with the MMDAs in the collection of the property rate gone?
Okay.
So currently bills have been sent to ratepayers via the portal, which is myassembly.gov.gh. As per the GRA's law that established the GRA Act 791, the authority has the mandate to advise district assemblies in the collection of their revenue, assessing and collection of their revenue. So this is not a deviation from what we are expected to do. So we are collaborating with the Ministry of Local Government Decentralization and Rural Development and the Land Valuation Board in coming up with the property rates. The portal has been established, it's currently functioning. So we encourage ratepayers to register first on the portal, then they will be able to assess their property rates, and then still using the portal, they should be able to access the Ghana.gov platform where they can make payments using mobile money or their bank debit cards.
Okay, so the portal is myassembly.gov.gh.
Yes.
And has this been linked with the Ghana.gov platform, the payment platform?
Yes, it's been linked. So once you are able to, for first timers, you need your contact number to register onto the portal. Once you've been able to register and you are able to access your bill still from the portal, you'll be able to link onto the Ghana.gov platform where you can make payments using, as I said earlier, your mobile money or your bank card.
Okay, so what will be the role of the existing revenue collectors of the assemblies now?
Okay, so currently they are being deployed to go and assist the taxpayers or ratepayers who are finding it difficult in paying their rate or signing up to the myassembly.gov.gh. So they are there to assist in the property rate registration using the portal.
Okay.
I also want to add that GRA, with their expertise in compliance and enforcement, are coming in to assist the district assembly in the shoring up of their property rate.
All right. And in this case too, are there any sanctions for persons who fail to pay their property rates?
Yeah, there are sanctions for violations. So per any law, once you violate, sanctions could range to as high as your property being confiscated, sold to defray the rates that you are owing.
You can also be prosecuted for failure to pay a property rate.
Wow.
So we don't want such a stressful situation to come your way. That is why we have come to educate you so that voluntarily you comply with the payment of the property rate.
Okay, that's very important. But I can pay the bill in installments as well, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So once you are able to access your bill, if you are not able to pay in bulk, you do the installment payments. It's allowed.
But what if I'm not satisfied with the bill and the value on my bill? What should I do?
On the portal, there is a request cases there. So you make a case to through the myassembly.gov, and people are there to receive your complaint, or you write to the nearest district assembly, and the district assembly has a committee put in place to be able to resolve your issues for you.
Okay, now as a company or individual with property scattered around the country, how do we access our bills for payment?
Okay, so you can link all your properties together using the myassembly.gov.gh to be able to pay your property.
Okay.
So you link all together as one, and your bill can come together as a corporate for you, or as consolidated or as individual.
All right.
So GRA, I want to add again, that has gone far with the District Assembly in the collaboration. They have secured the data platform. They have also identified all the properties within the country, and therefore they have waiting for the District Assembly to apply the rate on the property for it to go to the taxpayers.
All right, that's good. I'm really grateful that you came to educate us on this. Thank you so much. Any final words before we wrap up?
Yes, so finally, I would like to share our contact numbers. Listeners can always call for clarification, verification. So we have our toll-free number, which is 0900 800 110, 0900 800 110. Or also you can send us an email via info@gra.gov.gh. On this note, we would like to express appreciation to all our compliant taxpayers. To those taxpayers or those outside the tax net, we encourage you to come into the tax net so that together we all contribute our little quota to help in the development of our nation. In this quest, GRA has an awards system. So we would like to encourage people who have information on taxpayers who are evading to report such people. We treat such information with utmost confidentiality. We'll follow up on these, and if it generates in revenue being mobilized, we have an award for the informants.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I also want to add to what my sister has said.
Right.
That GRA or our tax laws are based on voluntary compliance, so that we don't wait for an enforcement action to be triggered on you before you comply. We have brought the tax office closer to your doorstep. Take advantage of it and comply with the tax law. I extend my warmest greetings to my boss, Mr. Daniel Edisi, and Mr. Edwell Jamra, for educating me and bringing me this far.
All right.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Victor Akugo and Anita Nadu Anava.